The Earth has reached its capacity. Life on Earth is no longer an option. Everything we knew to be true is coming crashing down around us by the second, the millisecond, the nanosecond. What will we do? Boy, have I got a solution for you. Welcome to La Terre Nouvelle. Hello, we are a group of 12 seniors at the Ann Richards School, and we have created a solution to the end of the Earth. We were presented with the challenge to design a spacecraft that could act as a second Earth now that ours has reached its capacity. All sorts of people will be living in harmony on a spacecraft, hence our name, La Terre Nouvelle, which means the new Earth in French. We started off the project by splitting ourselves into teams of engineers, designers, researchers, and writers. To get an idea of what each group did, we will now dive deeply into each section.
Hi, I'm Abby.
And I'm Emma.
And we're the designers. As the designers, it was our job to figure out what our spacecraft would look like, how it would fit all the space and equipment we needed, and how it would accommodate for a growing population. What we decided to create was two rings that would spin on axles and on a motor that would generate gravity. So we knew that these rings would be very large in order to accommodate so many people, so we decided to split up the rings into quarters in order to easily assemble them in space. As seen on our model here, each quarter has a little groove and a notch that can attach to each other so that in space it will be easily attachable, and then each quarter is also attached to an axle or a hallway, which can be used for maintenance and storage, and it is attached to the motor, which will spin the entire ring in order to create gravity so that people can live comfortably in our ring.
So here's an overall schematic drawing of what our spacecraft will look like. As Abby said, the floor is on the outer ring of the whole spacecraft, and then there are solar panels also on that outer ring, which will generate the energy that we need for the process to create gravity, and also all the other energy processes that we need on La Terre Nouvelle. So here is a layout diagram of what all the spaces on the La Terre Nouvelle will be. Since we have individual quarters, we need to transport smaller groups of people into space at a time. So we distributed the residential and the living space throughout each of the quarters so that we can do that. We also have smaller spaces throughout each of the quarters for government and control systems so that communities can develop in each of these quarters since they are pretty separate physically. We also have a landing dock which has evacuation and assembly regulations so that as we transition from life on Earth to life on the Terre Nouvelle, we'll be able to get resources before the systems are in place for us to create our own resources.
Action.
Hi, my name is Lucy.
Hi, I'm Laura.
Hi, I'm Faith.
And we are the engineers. What I focused on for this project was the energy system, and we decided to use 4 different solar panels, and this will produce 1 million kilowatts.
What I focused on this project was how to create oxygen, and we will be using fake leaves which act like plants and create oxygen.
I focused on the type of materials that would be at the exterior, so we might do carbon composites, which are composed of a ceramic, a metal, and a polymer to keep it all together, which will help protect against extreme weather conditions, extreme hot, extreme cold, and also carbon, which are used when we launch the quarters into space.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Jordan.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Maya.
I'm Sierra.
And we're the researchers.
In this project, I began working on an escape plan. In this escape plan, we were going to have space pods on the side of our spaceship. That way, it'll fit 4 people, and if anything were to hit our spaceship, we can easily get access into the space pod and leave just in time.
And we also came up with the idea of composting our dead bodies instead of just floating them for religious purposes in case anyone had a problem with that. And we will be using alfalfa, hay, and other items with nitrogen-filled soil. And it'll take about 3 weeks to 6 months to completely decompose. And we'll use the compost that is created to help grow our plants and other food.
We also looked into farming and how we were going to sustain our life by reproducing food. So the best way we discovered was to create a hydroponic system, which is growing plants and other things and sorry,
Other items.
and other items, and water, which will contain nitrogen and other nutrients that will allow the plants to grow. And this is also the best thing to do for our spacecraft because it takes up less space compared to other options. And things that will be grown in this hydroponic system will be things like legumes, beans, spinach, lettuce, and so on. We also worked on a water recovery system where we will be using our urine and other waste to reproduce into water. So we will be recycling water. And we will also be using a hydrogen fuel cell system, which has a byproduct of water.
On La Terre Nouvelle, health in the body is very important to our new thriving population. This is why we have a nutrition plan for everyone to follow, as well as all members are supposed to be kept active from ages 0 to about 2. They will have to have at least 1 hour of exercise per day, and any age older, up to 65 years, will have to have at least an hour and a half, if not 2 hours of exercise a day to keep the body active and healthy, especially to maintain bone mass density.
Hi, I'm Gus.
And I'm Itzel.
And we're the writers. We were in charge of recording the process of the creation of La Terre Nouvelle.
And we also researched because our part didn't come until later.
Meanwhile, though, we recorded observations and kept track of all the design and research that was going on around us.
And we also made various decisions for our space colony, La Terre Nouvelle.
Like how the basic governmental structure would work.
And the decision to bring the history of our Earth with us to preserve where we came from.
In the end, we created a paper that went into detail about all the sections of La Terre Nouvelle.
We sure did.
Yes, we did.
Enjoy.